So budget episode time. I try to do these every once in a while just to save you guys some money, and I know in the past I wasn't completely honest. You roasted me. This is as budget as you can get in the tech space. I'm also doing a giveaway for one of these devices. If you check out my Instagram, TikTok as well, you'll see a post, so make sure you comment. You can win one of these cool colors because this is the new CMF Phone 2 Pro. So like I said, if this is the first time that you're hearing from the brand, they're essentially like a subsidiary of Nothing. They make modular phones for definitely budget. So this phone costs $279. They come into 3 different colorways. One is kind of like a minty teal white. One is the standard black. And the last one, which is my favorite, because it's orange and the only two-tone one of the bunch. According to CMF, it's orange. If you ask me, it's a bit on the redder side, but that's an argument for another day. But for $279, I think you're getting some really awesome value here. For that money, you're getting a 6.77 flexible AMOLED display. When you think about that, Apple is charging like $500 for their iPhone 16e, 60 hertz. Obviously, you can see the value here. The build of it does feel plasticky. Obviously around like the outside, it doesn't have that premiumness of say like aluminum. If you're willing to look past that, it still has a triple camera system. So 50 megapixel main, 50 megapixel telephoto, 12 ultra wide, and a 16 on the front. It's got the MediaTek Dimensity 7300 Pro on the inside, 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage. And like I said, for the money, it is definitely tough to beat. And what makes CMF so kind of unique is that modularity. So on the back, you can actually unscrew a lot of these panels. You can swap out the back panels to say this white one that came in the reviewer's guide. You can even see that they have these modular options for the cameras. You can just screw these extra little lenses on to give more of an ultra wide look or even a macro. I don't think I've seen any other phone that has done that in the past little while. You can also 3D print these things. So I think they're really cool for, once again, that price is on the budget side, but very, very hard to beat. Definitely recommended if you're looking for a just cheaper budget phone or even a secondary one. They've also come out with pairs of headphones, which is the second item on today's list. Once again, keeping it on that budget game. These are the Buds 2 and the Buds 2 Plus. The key difference here is literally $10. So $59 for the Buds 2 and $69 for the Buds 2 Plus. And surprisingly, they both have active noise canceling even for that $10 difference. The 2 Plus just have smart adaptive ANC. They also have hi-fi sound. For that $10 difference in the quick time that I've tried it just before this video, I think it's worth it. But if you really want to stay on the budget side, you just have like that strict $50 budget, then just get the standard 2. You can actually see a bit of a difference in the case. They feel similar, just the 2 Plus have the little lanyard carrying case or the lanyard connection in aluminum, whereas the standard Buds 2 just have it in this clear plastic. Once again, this one's in orange, this one's in white. Different color options, just like you have for the phone. So next budget item, which has kind of appeared across the channel for all times, but they just launched a new hilarious like April Fool's joke. This is Dbrand with the skins that they make. This is actually a cool little like grass felt one, and unlike a lot of other companies that when they launch their like meme stuff, it never actually comes to market, you can buy these for like 10-15 bucks for a grass skin, which is hilarious. So I've got one for my iPad here. You can see that I've got one for my MacBook, and inside they have their grip case, which you can see is skinned for an iPhone. Super easy to apply, and they've got skin options for pretty much like every tech device. You don't have to get one that's like grass, but that would be hilarious if you could like make a little golf meme out of this. Just imagine striking a ball off this. Maybe it's something that I'll try, but yeah, super cool. Dbrand have always been around, but they make skins for everything. So if you're seeing this for the first time, go and touch your grass. So next off, once you've got the back of your phones protected, you got to keep the front end protected as well. So these are just glass screen protectors. These are from ESR. They are super, super simple to install. They've actually got these really easy guides that you can use. What I like is they come in packs of 3, because if you somehow misapply it, which is pretty much impossible with this little alignment guide, or if one kind of cracks, you can always just replace it without having to order a new one. They have 110 pounds-foot of force, and I find not just with iPhones, but any modern smartphone, they make the glass more shatter resistant. So say you drop your phone by accident, the glass will crack less, but that actually means the glass is a tad bit softer, so they pick up scratches easier. Just stick like a $10, $15 screen protector, protect your $1,500, $2,000 phone, $300 phone, that Nothing phone, whatever phone you happen to have. Screens are never easy to replace, so just keep it protected, keep it safe. And just like Dbrand, ESR also makes screen protectors not just for your phone, but for other devices like your iPad, anything with a display that you interact with that's touch, keep it wrapped up. Okay, next budget item. This is the Switch Lite. Hot take on this because I was just at the Switch 2 launch event in New York. Starting price is $450, $629 Canadian. So with tax, you're looking at close to like $700 plus a game, which they're charging like 80 USD, 100 Canadian dollars. That's a lot of effing money for a new Nintendo Switch. Some of the launch titles, Mario Kart World, cool. The new Donkey Kong game looked, half decent, but those were the only two big ones. The fact that Nintendo is also charging for a tutorial game, like how to use your Switch 2. They are somehow charging for that. The fact that you still have to pay more money for recycled GameCube games, not to mention the GameCube controller. Get a Switch Lite. It's $200. The fact that they'll be going on sale because of the Switch 2 coming out, it's definitely going to be cheaper. And until they've caught up with a proper game library, I doubt that Nintendo will ever drop the price of their games. But usually I say when new consoles drop, unless there's a really big launch title that you want to play, just the older version tends to go on sale. So that's my recommendation if you're looking to get into any sort of like handheld console gaming. Lexar also makes some great like SD cards. Their original Play cards, these are 1 terabyte. It's what I've had on my Switch or my OG Switch and my Switch Lite. Definitely recommended, but for your Switch 2, these are the 1 terabyte Play Pro cards. These have 900 megabit per second read speeds, 600 megabit per second write speeds. They're the fastest cards that you can get for your Switch. So I'll obviously leave both linked below. More budget, a bit slower. The fastest speeds that they have obviously will command a higher price. But if you're in the market for like budget handheld gaming, honestly, unless you are looking to play like Nintendo exclusives, just get a budget smartphone. You can still play a lot of mobile games, obviously no like Mario or Zelda games, but this is a phone. Does a lot of the gaming, plus has all the benefits of being a phone, which obviously a phone does a lot more than a mobile gaming hand system, but that is Switch Lite. Next off, this one has always been a fan favorite. This is the M-Chose keyboard. This is specifically the GX87. This is hands down for 80 bucks, the best and cheapest mechanical keyboard that you can get. It's got the heft and weight of like a $200, $250 keyboard. It feels super smooth, if you can hear that. It's nice and heavy, it's backlit, it's got mechanical keys. It is, like I said, the best money that you can spend for a mechanical keyboard. Next is a personal purchase because I lost my old one and I swear by it. This is the MX Anywhere 3S from Logitech. I'm just gonna remove this. It just feels so nice. This is like my go-to travel mouse. So for mice, you can go like super budget, get one for like 20, 30 bucks just off of Amazon. I find that it makes the difference. Get like a name brand like Logitech. It's nice, small, compact. You can kind of pair it to 3 different devices, just hitting that on, and you can see just cycling between the different ones. It's great for travel, and I think this combo for $200, some of the best peripherals that you can get, is a solid budget option. So next, some more personal purchases just to replace some gear that was kind of getting old. These are just new Belkin devices. They are both power banks. So this one is just a quick little MagSafe one. Still works with the skin on the back. It just doesn't snap on magnetically because obviously the skin is a bit too thick, which is pretty funny. This is just a 5,000 milliamp MagSafe power bank. Like I said, it snaps to the back of a phone as long as it doesn't have a grass skin. This is around that $50 mark, and if you want something larger, this is a big 30-watt charger. As I take off this plastic. What I like about this, because I always misplace cables, it has an integrated USB-C cable and it has 20,000 milliamps of juice. So obviously not as thin and light as a device like this, but if you want to charge your camera, your smartphone, any other devices, power banks are always just good to have in your pack and great little budget options. Last but not least, camera I mentioned. Check out this cool little lens combo that I just got from Sony. So this is one of their cool new primes. It's around like a year old. It's to make my perfect little EDC camera. This is their 40mm G lens. It's an f2.5 and I've included it because it's technically like budget. When you compare this to like G Masters, like the 35mm like 1.4, which is triple the price, like $1,500. It's also double the size. This is such a perfect little camera now. This is like the same size as like a Fujifilm, as a Leica. It's still full frame. It doesn't get as low of an f-stop, but it goes to, you know, f2.5, which is pretty decent. And that's actually lower than say their 24 to 70 G Master. Obviously that's 2.8, it's a zoom lens, but this thing has such a cool footprint. It's like super lightweight and makes this camera like way more portable. So I've got it mounted to my A7CR. I love the like silver and black like two-tone combo. This will be like my go-to travel photography lens. And like I said, Sony's coming out with some cool primes. They're cheaper than their G Master lineup. Yes, they're still more expensive than say like Tamron, other options that you have on your market, but you don't have to worry about autofocus. It's first party, everything works. The quick snaps that I've taken with it since I've got it have been super sharp. And that is another guilty personal tech purchase for one of my next upcoming trips. So I hope you enjoyed my budget tech episode. I really tried to keep it like budget for the specific tech category. If you've got any other budget recommendations, make sure you leave them listed down below. Make sure you enter my giveaway for the CMF Buy Nothing phone over on Instagram/TikTok, because you don't want to miss out. Sub for cool budget content like this. And if you heard Link crying in the background through any of that, I will now take him on a walk. Peace.